Looks like Cordova quite possibly, JP, as this continues on eastward.
All right, thank you, Wes, for that update. Also updating us right now, Brett Adair, he's the boots on the ground with all of this, and he has been giving us some of the first pictures. Brett, we've seen some of the damage that you've shown. What have you seen out there? From what I can tell, some trees over some roads and that sort of thing. Any significant damage? If you had to gauge this on a tornado scale, what would you say?
Well, it obviously, if it were a tornado, the damage I've seen thus far is probably EF0 to EF1 variety, which is pretty minimal. And our general thunderstorms that are severe can produce those kind of winds at times. But we've also noted we're in the QLCS, or the linear convective system now in Carrollton on Highway 86 East, and what we're seeing is a lot of heavy rain. We have noted, as we've been out in front of these storms, there is good inflow and warm inflow, and there is, a good amount of rotation on the front side of these storms. Nothing's been able to get organized since that initial tornadic storm, but we were also told by one of our comrades that tornado that hit Liberty, Mississippi was apparently fatal. The emergency manager has said that there has been one fatality in Liberty.
All right, Brett, I'm looking at radar right now. I'm sure you are in the truck. Earlier we had that discrete cell that moved out of Mississippi. Now this thing's really lining out and becoming a lot more linear. I'm not seeing really those discrete cells at the moment. And I think we may be, especially with these Boeing echoes, maybe looking into something that produces some intense straight line wind damage for the rest of the afternoon. Okay, Brett is going to continue to give us some pictures, and if we see any damage out toward West Alabama, he's probably going to be first on the scene for us to give us back those images. We are going to stay with you through at least 2 o'clock. We don't have any active tornado warnings in the area. We do have a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings, both for Pickens and Fayette counties. And we're going to be watching these storms even when we're not on TV. We're going to be updating things online, and we are going to be updating every half hour on television. So every half hour, unless we get another tornado warning, we're going to be continuing to update you with weather information. This is a developing weather situation. Just because we don't have tornado warnings, I don't want you to discount the fact that this is a serious weather situation. Yesterday when we talked on TV, remember, our threat was not really a lot of tornadoes. Our threat was exactly what we're seeing right here, this line of storms producing high winds, and this is my main concern. It was my main concern yesterday when I woke up this morning. It continues to be my main concern this afternoon as these storms get a little bit closer. We're coming up on 2 o'clock. I do think we've seen a little bit of forward motion on this. It's picked up forward motion a little bit. We may actually see the storms cross over I-65 by as early as 3:30, 4 o'clock. So we may be looking at this timing speed up just a little bit. You can see by 4 p.m., and the model hasn't updated since we last showed you this, so this is still a little bit of older data we're dealing with, has by 4:15 Tuscaloosa. I think this is probably going to be around 2:30, 3 o'clock where we see these high winds move through Tuscaloosa to kind of give you a better handle on it. I think by 4 o'clock, right along the I-65 corridor, and then by 7 o'clock this evening, most of this active weather will be out of here. Would not surprise me, though, if we see an additional tornado watch issued by the Storm Prediction Center for East Alabama. East Alabama not included in that tornado watch right now, but we do have the tornado watch in West Alabama, including the Birmingham area. There's a look at Fayette County and the city of Fayette, and we're seeing a little bit of rotation in there. This is where the National Weather Service does have the severe thunderstorm warning. We're seeing things a little bit more linear with some of these, but also a little bit of inflow there. It's possible right along that line. That's where we could get some small tornado spin-ups over the next couple of hours. So that's we'll be watching for small tornado spin-ups. We'll also be watching for damaging straight-line winds in excess of about 60 miles per hour. 157 is